You can see most of the shower activity.
At the National Weather Service office, they watch for lightning. You can see those 2 yellow dashes, actually a sign of dangerous cloud-to-ground lightning. Cloud-to-cloud lightning that lights up the sky, much more common. Bottom line, compared to most of the rest of the country, we don't get too many thunderstorms here, but it gets our attention when we do. And a lot goes into the making of a thunderstorm. Think of it like a recipe.
Several things to line up to get thunderstorms. You've got to have moisture, you've got to have some instability, and you've got to have a trigger mechanism.
Kirby Cook is the science officer for the National Weather Service in Seattle, and there's lots for this office to track.
You can still have a tremendous amount of variability in the weather.
But wider trends have been traced by the state's climatologist Nick Bond to the blob. Early last month, Bond published a scientific paper on the blob, large red and yellow parts of the Pacific Ocean some 4 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit warmer than normal. This year's blob much bigger than the one a year earlier.
This is kind of sobering, just how much orange and red there is.
If anything, the blob is persistent and is blamed for last winter's low snowpack, a record fire season last summer. These are longer-term, if temporary, trends, as the blob is expected to fade away at some point. Still, for the Weather Service, a storm is a storm.
It gets really hard to say, you know, the blob is responsible for this storm, or climate change is responsible for this particular storm.
So what creates the blob? Well, Bond has said that it seems to be kind of an overall trend of persistent high pressure over the eastern Pacific Ocean, the northeastern Pacific Ocean, which is, of course, up against our coast, that is trapping a lot of that temperature elevation in the water column that actually goes down several hundred feet. So let's take a look at a tower cam picture we have that shows more of those angry skies tonight. We didn't get as much thunder and lightning as the Weather Service was predicting earlier today. Largely it has been cool, and it has also been fairly cloudy. And that has made a big difference here, but there is still a lot that's going on and expected to go on for a while.